Often when tragedy strikes, the phrase commonly heard immediately afterwards are the words, "never forget." It is human nature to try and see some good from the bad, to find a sense of purpose, to rebuild, to keep memories alive. Nowhere is this more evident than within the fire service. Men and women determined to remember their brothers and sisters who have suffered a great injury, or who have suffered the ultimate sacrifice.
On January 10th, 2011, I got burned on my birthday. And, it was a tragic day.
Our staff rushed him to the hospital and he was taken immediately to the burn center.
I'm doing well. I have my children and my wife for support through all this whole tragedy. And I'll never forget, it's been almost 13 years and, it's terrible, but I'm alive thanks to the burn center.
Each June, the Asbury Park Fire Department hosts a 5-alarm 5K race. Firefighters and runners from across the state come to race along the boardwalk to celebrate his remarkable recovery and to raise funds supporting the team at the burn center who cared for Jason. Many of the same runners at 5-alarm 5K also compete at the Carlos Negron Memorial Run, held in Liberty State Park each October. Kicking off Fire Prevention Month, this race remembers Jersey City firefighter and staunch supporter of the burn center, Carlos Negron.
The fire occurred right after a snowstorm, so there's a lot of snow and ice on the ground from the day before. And the first two ladder company, Ladder 7, was raising the ground ladder, and Carlos went to assist them. They slipped on the ice, and the ladder came in contact with a high voltage wire that runs across along Palisade Avenue. The voltage came through the ladder, electrocuted Carlos, and injured firefighter Walter Milne. Carlos unfortunately didn't have any gear on because he was off duty and lost his life.
In 1994, Newark Fire Department suffered a similar line of duty death.
Mike was killed on October 29th, 1994. Obviously, it was the biggest tragedy at that time of my life.
To commemorate Mike's generous nature, each December a contingent of Newark firefighters show up at Cooperman Barnabas in costume, bringing holiday cheer and gifts to the children in the emergency department, pediatrics, and the burn center.
It's important for the Newark Fire Department to keep a tradition alive, to keep Michael's memory alive. And during the holiday season, we bring toys to the children and smiles to the staff. It's fulfilling to our firefighters to do it. Going into the burn center. Oh, I'm sure Michael's smiling down, seeing all the joy they were bringing to the children and the staff and the family members that are going through hard times during the holiday season. We're living the words, "Never forget Michael."
Whether it is rushing into burning buildings or responding to medical emergencies, firefighters will always be the first to say that they are merely doing their jobs. A large part of that job is accepting the risks that come along with it. And if something does happen, these are the same firefighters who make sure to never forget the sacrifice and sense of service of their brother and sister firefighters.
And it's important for current firefighters to pass these lessons along to future generations of firefighters.
It's important to remember tragedies. It's important to honor those who've fallen and to never forget. I mean, they're always in our hearts. I think it's the shirt I'm wearing today. We'll never forget Mike or any of the fallen brothers, and they shouldn't be forgotten.
To be 30 years later and people to this day still remember him, give things away in his name, Barnabas Burn Foundation, the other charities that the Newark supports and the Mike Delane Fund supports, it is special. I just never thought it would be 30 years.
One of the hallmarks of the fire service is the phrase "never forget." It's very interesting and apropos also because of the site of the race. As you see, we're standing by the starting line. And if there's no greater example of never forget than right behind me, the World Trade Center.
When we speak the words, the ultimate sacrifice, it's exactly what it is, the ultimate sacrifice. You just gave it all. I think when tragedies happen like this, it makes it so real.
Tonight, the Burn Center at Cooperman Barnabas not only gratefully acknowledges firefighter generosity and support, we appreciate the dangers that firefighters face each and every day, and we celebrate firefighters everywhere, and especially the 2024 Valor Award honorees.